Hey, football fans, welcome to Football Xstream. The Xstream team is here. The band is back together. DJ, Nene, good to see you guys. Yes, we're previewing the Premier League start this weekend. Friday is coming. Arsenal is playing first against Brentford. Nene, DJ, welcome back, boys.
Yeah, it's good to be back. It's been a while, but the boys have held this fort down all this time with the Nene show and kicking it with Quabs, so it feels good to be back.
Yeah, glad to have you back. Mr. Nene show, what's going big in your mind these days?
At the moment, kind of hoping to sign James Maddison. And I'm also hoping actually Man City sign Harry Kane.
I really want that Harry Kane.
Yeah, I want to see that go through.
Yeah, but we'll speak about Harry Kane in our next video. So fans, if you've missed our first video of the weekend, we were just talking about the return of the Premier League, the return of the fans into the stadiums, and what that does for the product of the games on the weekend. So if you did miss that, be sure to try catch that. You'll see the link to that video at the end of this video. So subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and you won't miss any updates. So as I said, guys, we're going to be talking about surprise packages. So every season, 3 teams get promoted. Every season, one of the lower midfield teams has a better season than the season before and starts to challenge the top 6 in the Premier League. So who do you guys think it'll be this season? I mean, of the promoted teams, there's Brentford, there's Norwich City, and who's the one that I'm missing? Brentford, Norwich. Who's the third one, guys? Help me out here.
Watford.
Yes, Watford's playing Aston Villa. Yeah. So, and then, then there's Leeds United, who surprised everybody last season. So Burnley, Brighton and Hove Albion, Aston Villa. Who are the guys who are going to be surprising? Who are going to be the surprise package? Nene, what's your thoughts on the matter? Surprise packages for this season?
The first surprise package for me would be Aston Villa. Last season, they were almost there, and they just crumbled towards the end. And mind you, the previous season, they had just survived relegation. So they seem like they were on the upward trend. They've made some nice signings as well. They beat Arsenal to signing that guy, Buendia. What's that guy's name?
Buendia.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the guy from Norwich. And and it's so funny that Arsenal actually lost that to Villa on a player. That's just how bad we've become. But anyway, so yeah, they've made good signings. Yes, they're missing Jack Grealish, but I don't think they're gonna miss him that much. I think that they've got enough to finish off higher than they did last season. They also got Danny Ings, and Danny Ings, it's guaranteed goals. Last season, they also didn't really have a goal issue, and they've just added more firepower with Watkins in there already. I think that they should be able to push on into the European positions. I think if they don't get in there, then I think it's going to be a disappointing season. But I think that this season they are the team that we need to look out for. Everyone is going to be like, okay, Jack Grealish is gone, and okay, maybe they won't bother. But I think that they're gonna cause some damage this year.
Oh wow! Okay, Aston Villa causing damage without their former captain. Okay, Danny Ings, but Danny Ings does look good. I mean, he scored on debut in the warm-up game on Wednesday or Tuesday, I think it was. He scored on his first game playing for them. So nice warm-up there. So yeah, I'm actually also expecting good things from Danny Ings. He's on my fantasy team, so I hope he does well there. Yeah, so I'm giving one away there in terms of who my picks are on fantasy. But yeah, DJ, who you think is going to be the surprise package in the Premier League? I mean, the 3 promoted teams, who do you think is going to punch above their weight?
Interesting one. But I'd say amongst the 3 promoted teams, Watford. Why I say Watford? They were just blazing in the championship last season, and they've made a quick return back to the Premier League alongside Norwich. But then I think now there's more stability. They've held on to players like Sa, who was in the Premier League with them when they went down, and that's a really talented player, and I'm expecting good things from him. They got a new coach. Hopefully they stick around with the coach, because we know Watford, yeah, they're a team that's trigger happy.
Yeah.
You know, I know you guys always laugh at me when I tell you that this guy's gonna get fired. But then
DJ is the coach whisperer. As soon as he talks about a coach getting fired, he's out of there.
The Watford board, I hope they got the act together. They learned their lesson, and they learned from Leeds United that just support your coach and work on your team, invest in your team, and good things will happen. So yeah, and Watford amongst it.
And they got Troy Deeney, their inspirational captain, their Captain Marvel. He's back in the Premier League. So let's see.
Hey, don't talk about Troy Deeney. You know how much Arsenal fans hate that guy.
Aston Villa fans hate that guy too. Oh, that guy. Yo. So Nene's picking Aston Villa. You picking Watford. A Watford versus Aston Villa game with Troy Deeney at the front. Wow. Troy Deeney versus Danny Ings. Let's see what happens. Should be fireworks in that game. Yeah. So with me on my side, I'm looking at of the surprise packages. Everyone was surprised, pleasantly surprised by Leeds United about how they punched above their weight. But in the Premier League, how many times have we seen this where the team that punches above their weight in their first season in gets second season blues, and then either gets close to relegation or just outright gets relegated? Last season, Sheffield United. Second season blues, bottom of the log.
Adios, amigos.
Adios, you see. So I'm thinking Leeds are going to disappoint, because now everyone's got their eyes on them. Everyone knows Leeds just comes out there and explodes. They're going to run you into the ground. Last season, that was a surprise. Last season, that was a tactic that nobody thought you could keep up, Leeds United. Leeds United surprised everyone. They kept it up all season long, conceded goals every game. The one thing you do know, in the Leeds game, there will be goals. But now, what's their problem? Their first game of the season is against a Man United team that has jacked up. I will give it to Man United as a Liverpool fan. They have really jacked themselves up. They look like they have changed their mentality. They've gotten serious in the transfer market. I mean, they crushed Everton last week. Was it last weekend or midweek last week with like a 5-1 win or something? Yeah. So Leeds United might be disappointed. It might be a tough start. I mean, last season they started against Liverpool, came in and surprised Liverpool. We just got out with the win, but that just set the tone for them. But I think Leeds will disappoint. But Brentford looked like a team that might have a couple surprises in them. Because I'm thinking of... Yeah, say that again.
Tony, the striker.
Yeah.
That boy's gonna be scoring goals for fun in the Premier League. So
yeah,
defenders, the Premier League, beware of that guy.
Yeah,
Tony.
See, so Brentford looked like a team that might be a surprise package. So Arsenal on Friday evening, watch out! Don't slip up. Don't underestimate those guys. I'm thinking they're going to be the team that's going to punch above their weight. But what do you guys think about Norwich City? What do you think we can expect from those guys?
I Pookie.
Pookie and Cantwell.
Look, yeah, and Cantwell. And funny enough, I think Aston Villa was interested in signing Cantwell. I'm not sure if they're still in pursuit. But look, they were disappointing when they came up. They were on fire. They did what what Leeds did by just firing on all cylinders, and then they got tired in the second half and they got relegated. So I think they're going to learn from that. But I don't think they're going to be a surprise like the last time. I think they might maybe be like a 12. They might be like a Brighton of last season or a Newcastle of last season, and just barely survive. But I don't think that they are going to be, a surprise package that we need to look at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. DJ, if you look at Brighton more likely to. What I expect of Brighton is another season of being right above relegation zone, and then at the end of the season, they're probably going to survive relegation by about 5 or 6 points. What do you think? Will they surprise in that regard by being above that, or actually just get relegated? What's your expectation of Brighton?
Lower end of the table, of course, and they lost Ben White to Arsenal, so
yeah,
I want to see how they're going to cope with that loss, because as you saw, Ben White in the past year has stepped up from Brighton to being the England squad to the Euros to earning the move to Arsenal. And Brighton last season were not consistent. They'd win some games, just as you're thinking, okay, this team is serious. Then they go down again. You saw this, they brought in Neil Maupay, and he seemed like he was adapting to the Premier League. He scored them some crucial goals, but I see them just above relegation again.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so we probably see it roughly the same way. Then if we look at the second tier guys, so when I say second tier, I'm looking at the guys who usually are on the outskirts of the top 6. Your Spurs, your Evertons. So Nene was talking about Aston Villa, saying that they're going to surprise. Wolves, maybe. Let's just, for sake of conversation, let's stick Burnley in that conversation. Who you think of those teams will be? Oh, okay, wait. First of all, let's add Leicester to that conversation. We can't have that conversation without Leicester City. So Everton, Leicester City, Spurs, Aston Villa. Since we've already spoken about Aston Villa, who do you think is going to be the guys who beat that group?
Leicester City.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, explain.
Yeah, as you saw, Leicester City, they narrowly missed out on the top 4 again last season, but they won the FA Cup. And the past weekend, they won the Community Shield.
Yeah.
So if they can keep players such as Tillemans, James Maddison, and Jamie Vardy is fit, and then, that team with Brendan Rodgers at the helm, anything can happen. As you saw last season, they challenged, disappointed not to make top 4, but they still won the FA Cup by beating Chelsea in the final. So do not underestimate Leicester City. We know about it, especially because they once shocked everyone and won the Premier League title.
Yeah. Yeah. Nene, what's your take on that?
For me, those teams, I don't foresee them doing any upsets to the top 4 that we saw last season: Chelsea, Man United, Liverpool, and Man
City. Yeah.
City. Reason being, those 3 teams. Well, Liverpool will come to that, but the 3 teams that I've just mentioned, Man City, Man United, and Chelsea, have just put daylight between themselves and the rest of the pack. Leicester City has been doing the thing for many, many years. I'm sure at some points we figured out their formula, and they're just gonna end up where they end up, whether it's fifth or sixth. They're not gonna break in and finish second or whatever the case may be. And the same goes for Spurs. Same thing. If they lose Harry Kane, then I think they're just gonna drop maybe 2 or 3 positions to what they normally finish, unless they can find someone that's gonna replace those goals, because they're always conceding goals anyway. You know, they've never been known for having the best defense in the league or whatever. So for me, it's Everton that last season I felt that, you know, they were the ones that were gonna sneak in there, and they just choked at the end. When everyone else was choking, they choked also, you know, because when Leicester was choking, or when Man United started dropping points, they should have been the team that was like going on the run with the players that they've got. But this season again, to favor them to break into to just push up a level. But that's it. The other teams that you've just mentioned, apart from Villa as well, I think Villa and Everton, those are the 2 teams that for me are favored to push up. But Leicester, it's the same stuff. It's Jamie Vardy. He gets injured, then that's it. If he gets like an ankle injury out for 6 months, can they really finish fifth? And James Madison, we're still not sure what's going to happen. I'm hoping we take him away from these guys, because he'd rather come choke with us than choke with those two.
Choking all around.
I feel that James Madison can take us somewhere, you know. And I think at Leicester, they are where they are, and they can't go any further, you know. Whereas with us, there is that feel that if he comes in, he can push us somewhere, you know. Whether it's in the top 4 or, you know, challenging for some of the cups or getting back into Champions League. But I think there's something that can be done. And when he comes in, there's going to be other players as well, like Aubameyang, there's Saka, there's Ben White. So it's not like he's going to be the only guy doing all the work. So that's it for me. Everton and Villa. Those are the 2 teams for me. But Spurs.
Okay. I hear you.
Everton, I'm not so sure. Because first of all, they've got Rafa Benitez, and you never know. You never know Rafa what to expect, which style is going to play, which players is going to use. Is it going to be the Rafa from Liverpool who won them the Champions League, or is it going to be the Rafa with Newcastle who was just surviving the Premier League? That was it for him, just surviving. So I'm not sure Everton what to expect really.
So I'm not gonna diss Rafa Benitez. He gave us a 5th star in the Champions League, so I'm fine with him. Whatever he does at Everton, because I know Everton will never be above Liverpool in the log. So I'm fine with that. But football fans, that's been us just previewing all the surprise potential matchups in the Premier League, the surprise packages from the teams who are new boys in Brentford, Norwich, and Watford, to the guys who are perennial, just sitting there bubbling under the surface, your Evertons, your Spurs, and Leicester Cities and the like. So Premier League season kicks off on Friday, Arsenal and Brentford, Friday in the evening. Be sure to catch it. We're going to be reviewing matches, goals, and everything in our various platforms. So be sure to catch Kicking It with Quabs. Be sure to catch the Nene Show. Be sure to catch the full team here on our next installment of Football Xstream. We're going to be covering Harry Kane in our next video, guys. The drama, the days of our lives, the bold and the beautiful that is happening with Harry Kane. Wow.
It never ends. It never ends with Harry Kane. It never ends.
So yeah, definitely. So football fans, catch our next video. Subscribe to our channel, like our videos, comments. We love to see your comments. The constructive criticism does help. It makes us look at our product. So keep doing it. And we'll see you in our next video. Ciao for now.
Cheers.